throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes. He's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
And pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Taken in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3". Block off of play action. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! A great effort there. 85 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Carolina.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They go play action with McDonald. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top. That gives you a chance to go make a play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 14. Shotgun snap and again to Carter. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Locke now on first down.
Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Gary and Conlon. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A handoff for Carter.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Back to the ground with Carter.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
They'll drop that down to Carter underneath.
And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
Well, Ray, catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. On first down, it's Glover. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Block now to throw. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
This one now in their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Michael Carter there to make the grab. And the Thunderbirds have taken the lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On play action, Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Here's Moss. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were three talking...
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 94 yards.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing
gets by in the middle of daylight. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson
showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now this one complete on the slant route. Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk,
49 yards.
And the Thunderbirds have got it back to within a score.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lock gonna throw. He's gonna float this over the middle deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Carter once more.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brian Burns coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes them a...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. One play.
Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big connection on that one. And even 60 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. To throw it is Locke. He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may... matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't gonna help.
That doesn't help indeed.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line, and he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This fielded right at the goal line. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of... The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back, but how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going for it, it's Carter. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the midfield strike, they'll look, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2. Remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when... Games like this, you know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick six, they go right back to the pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He juked him. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Panthers defense as they get set to go again. They did their job coming into the hostile environment, doing what needed to be done to get the W.
And that has to feel great because all during the week, that's one of the goals that they talked about. Going on the road, making that stadium their own, establishing themselves in the game. Give them credit. They got all those things done.
Yeah, both sides of the football did their job in this one.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, they bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed. Speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have that feeling that has to be the best. You just go out in complete control of this game here for hopefully one final possession.
And it's the culmination of prep.
A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.